So I just want you guys to do some quick funnel math because my goal today is to make sure that you guys get as much business as quickly as possible with the least amount of work because that's kind of what we all want to do. Okay. So I want you guys to take those numbers and I want you to just do this quick math. So what's your average GCI per deal? They're all different. No, just individually. I can do someone's numbers for them and walk you through it. Someone want to? You're already volunteering, so let's do it. Let's just choose 15 to keep the numbers conservative. Now, you said that you have about 700 people, okay? But only of the people in your database that actually know you and trust you, meaning Sphere, past clients, etc. Would you say it's like less than 100? You said about 10 to 12. Is that like? So let's just choose 125. And then the rest, you said about 750. So we'll just take 125 away from this. So we'll put 625 in here. Okay. Now, traditionally, this is in a good market. So we're going to cut these numbers in half in a second, my friend, because you guys know that it's tough out there right now. Okay. So for you, based on the money that is already the potential GCI that's already existing, and I do this exercise to show you guys there's already a shit ton there before you go and have to generate a bunch of new leads.
Sorry?
Yep. Yeah, I can give you guys the slides, no problem. Okay. So for you, approximately, you have 125, and I'm going to times that by 0.15. So you probably have about 18 people. You probably have about 18 people in your database that, let's say, what was it? 15K. So there's about 18 people that'll probably move this year that already know you in your database based on statistics for how frequently people move. We're going to cut this number in half in a second, okay? Of the people that know you. In a traditional market, about 15% of your database of the people that actually know you and trust you will typically turn over on an annual basis, okay? So you have about 18 people at a 15K commission. So you have about 200, we'll say 281K approximately in your pipeline. I'm going to cut that in half because the market is tough. It is taking people twice as long traditionally to move right now. So you probably have, for the people that know you, about 140K in your database, okay? On the flip side, you said 625 people, okay, that don't really know you. Usually that number is about half in terms of who's going to turn over with you, okay? So we have 625 times 0.07. So that's about 43 people in your database that'll probably move this year that don't know you. We're going to multiply that by 15K. Obviously, not all of these people are going to use you, but I want you guys to see how much actual business is transacting that you already have access to. So that's about 650. It's actually 656K. So I'm going to divide that by 2. So that's 328K in a bad market that will actually probably turn over this year. So 328. So total, we have 328 plus 140K. You have about 468K in commission opportunities that already exist in your database right now. So the reason why I do this training is to give you all of the templates to try and revive as much of that as possible. You're not going to get all of that, right? But if we can leave here today and I can find some of that for you in an hour, I think our time's well spent. Yes? So you guys, I want to move ahead so that we can send the emails out. My ask is to just actually do the math, because the thing is, if you don't understand the opportunity of like statistically how many people actually turn over, what often happens, and like, man, I did this for so long, especially I run a lead generation company. People come to me because they always want more leads. When I first started, I didn't want to generate leads. No. I'm like, how many leads do you already have? They're like this. Can I just help you get more business? No, I want new ones. Oh, fuck. Can please just listen to me for 1 second and let's just do some math together. So when I do this exercise and people see these numbers, they're like, oh, if I can only just, I thought I had like nothing there. I thought maybe I had like 1 or 2 deals. I'm like, no, a lot of these people are turning over. They just forgot about you. You just haven't stayed in front of them with enough value, and you haven't given them enough reason to raise their hand to say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. It doesn't mean I'm choosing you, and it doesn't mean that I want to have a conversation with you right now, but I'm just going to raise my hand if we incentivize them enough to say, I'm thinking about maybe making a move in the next 12 months. I'm thinking about maybe making a move in the next 3 years, so that we can segment your database in terms of who you should actually be following up with. Because if you have 700 people in there, you're not going to be able to follow up with every single one. So all I want to do is send these little campaigns out every now and then to get people to say, I'm still interested. And that way, if you can only follow up with 20 or 30 people a day because you're already busy, at least you're using your time on the people who have said, like, there's a good chance I'm moving. You just need to convince me why you're the person, not that I should move. Okay, no problem. All right. Has anybody else done those numbers? Has anybody else done those numbers while I walk through that exercise?
Really?
Let's do one more.
I'm the director of marketing.
Okay.
So I'm interested in what you're doing, but I don't have the database to use.
Someone at this table. You're gonna get voluntold or you can volunteer. One of the two. Yeah? Sally.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on, Sally.
Okay.
Let's do it, Sally.
Okay,
Come on.
so in my database,
That's okay. Let's just do rough numbers. Okay, and what's your average GCI per deal? 18? Okay, perfect. And you have 300 and something? Okay, and how many of those people already know? Are those mainly Sphere or where do they come from? Okay. 100. Okay. And then, so I'm just going to choose 200 over here. Okay. Let's just keep it simple. Doesn't need to be perfect. So we're going to do 18K. So you have 15 people, obviously, at 18K. That's 270K divided by 2 is about 135 with the people that already know you. Okay. And then on the flip side, we had about 200. That's the same. So another 15 people. So it's going to be the same. Keep it simple. So 135 times 2, you have about 270K for this year that already exists in there. I know my writing's messy, guys. Don't judge me, all right? No worries. You guys are worried about telling me your numbers. I'm worried about writing in front of you. Okay? So we're all on the same page. Okay, 100%. It's once you go through the exercise and you realize, like, oh, this is my shortage this year. This is how far I'm behind, and then you look at those numbers, you're like, okay, I should probably take this pretty seriously.